Tri-State Sports Guys, top of the Cable Ready studio here in Norwalk. Time for the 5 and 10. Let's get right into it. We talked briefly about the Jets. Let's recap the Jets-Chargers game a little bit. Now, I was there, and there's a good thing about being there because you don't get biased by the commentators and all. Now, you were listening to it. What was the sense? What were the commentators saying in the first half? I mean, were they all over the Jets?
They were showing your boy Schottenheimer all the time, right? I mean, they kept talking about Schott, and then they were talking about the defense, and they were right. I mean, the defense just wasn't playing well.
Defense was not playing well. When they gave up the fumble for a touchdown, the talk in the crowd during halftime was all about the touchdown to Santonio that was called back because of the hold. And
it was a clear hold.
Clear hold. And somebody had said they saw it on the phone. The guy I was sitting in front of us was a hold. But the fact that that's typical Jets, something you could definitely make an excuse. They do the interception, a terrible interception. It was just very inaccurate. He had him to the outside. He threw it to the inside. But I think that's a great win for them to come back. There's no way. People are talking about how the Chargers collapsed. The Chargers are a good team. The Chargers are a 4-1 team.
Let's be fair.
What?
There's a difference between me and you. It's a great win, especially in football, surviving in advance. If I were a Jet fan, that win, I would be happy, but I'd just be so annoyed with my team because the Chargers played awful. I mean, I've never seen. Have you ever seen Philip Rivers play that bad?
He played terribly.
But
that was the first time I've seen the Jets have pressure on somebody all year.
I was very happy to see that when Plaxico was catching touchdowns, they continue to throw it to him, knowing that there's a clear advantage. I mean, he only had 25 yards receiving for 3 touchdowns. I thought that was actually smart. I
mean, I love being right, but didn't I say they got to start throwing the ball if they're going to start getting pass interference calls? And they got a bunch of huge pass interference calls, and it's something. I mean, clearly, Shotty watches the show. He told Darrell to give me a call.
He's not game planning.
No, he's listening to the Tri-State Sports Guys.
He does the same thing every week. Why does he need to game plan?
But they were throwing the ball downfield a little bit more, and they're not even downfield, like just throwing go routes. I mean, they were throwing,
They were forcing the ball a little more.
A little bit more.
But I do think that they need to run the ball. Sean Green had the first 100 yards.
But everybody I saw, any expert I saw said, this is a game, cared about style points, Jets got to get a win. So they get a win, and now all of a sudden you're complaining about style points.
No.
Yes,
I'm not. Yes.
They got to come out and get a win. They got to win. They were down 11 points at the half.
No doubt. But a win is a win, and you take any of them. You don't have to give them back. You have to apologize.
Now that tiebreaker.
But when I think going forward, I think to myself, they did not play well, and that doesn't make me feel good when I know they have to go beat the Patriots, or I want them to beat the Patriots, and I want them.
Darrelle Revis was unbelievable.
But once again, explain to me. You know what this game showed me? Why people hate Norv Turner.
Well, he's horrible.
Darrelle Revis had one interception that was just like a deflection.
Right.
So I can't blame Turner for that. Why do people forget you don't throw the ball to his side? Cromartie, he had Cromartie. Did he forget how bad Cromartie is?
That's right.
He coached Cromartie.
Right. I don't know. Maybe they saw,
You know what? I'll tell you what. Rex Ryan needs to shut his mouth, but he's right. Norv Turner is an awful coach.
So we'll move on to topic number 2. Now, you were all over the Jets. You didn't like their win. How do you think about the Bill Raiders this week? They look good?
You were my witness. Mike T is my witness. And I know Tony was here. Last week or 2 weeks ago, during the break, Mike T went over the whole schedule. And what did I say about the Chiefs? I said, mark my words, the Raiders always lose one to the Chiefs.
You did say that.
Now, what is shocking to me is that Castle had a passing rating, I believe, of 33.
Yeah.
And it was the best passing rating out of the 3 quarterbacks who played.
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand how that's possible. Now, granted, McFadden got hurt.
Right, but they had... I mean,
as I was telling Mike T before,
Mike T thought they had 11 wins.
The thing about Mike T thinks they're running the table. The thing about Bush is that he's good, but he's not a guy you game plan against. So when McFadden leaves, now all of a sudden, McFadden's one of the top talents in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely have to game plan against him.
Absolutely, top 5
running back. So if McFadden leaves,
league.
even though he's a decent running back, now you're like, I'm not that worried about this guy. My defense will probably stop him. You know their wide receivers aren't people you game plan against. And so you put the ball in the hands of the quarterback and you see what happens.
Right.
Bowler stinks. Palmer stunk.
But for what I got from it, and I didn't watch the game because I was at the Jet game and everything, but it seemed to me like the quarterbacks got hit a lot, the Raiders quarterbacks. And I thought the Raiders this year, their offensive line was much improved.
It's been very improved all year.
Bowler was on his ass a lot.
But see, that's a product, and that was Bowler's problem in Baltimore. A guy like Bowler doesn't know what he's doing. He holds the ball way too long. He doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
In general, he's.
You
like
think
that.
so?
I'm sure.
I'm a little worried that the Chiefs are getting at my quarterback that much
I'm
going
sure
forward.
I'm sure of it.
So
I'm sure that's why.
So the Raiders are pretenders.
Well, if McFadden can't play, they have no shot.
He looks like he's probably gonna be back. The X-rays came back good or whatever. The MRI came back good.
I think I've always saw every year they're 8-8. They're an 8-8 team. That's all right, but
It's not all right after the start and the height. Then the
But did I ever? I never.
no, you
wanted-
never did. God bless you. I
I'm
believe
always
in him.
negative.
I
saw it.
You are consistent in your negativity.
I don't know
Alex.
how it's gonna end bad, but I know it's gonna end
You
bad.
know it's gonna end bad. All right, let's stick with the NFL. We talked a little bit about Peyton Manning. We talked about the Chiefs a little bit. Talks now are they going to trade Peyton Manning if it becomes a foregone conclusion that they're going to get the first pick overall and get Luck? Now, initially I said that's just ridiculous, but then you start to look at it, and they're this bad. I mean, they are this bad. And we talked about where would they be with they haven't won a game, and they've been in a couple games, but they also have looked horrible in a lot of games. Is it time that you say, let's just break this team down? We can get if Carson Palmer commanded a first and a conditional another first round pick, what is Peyton Manning going to get if
That's
he gets
my
cleared to
point.
play? Well, no, but if you're not going to get anything for him, then you might as well draft Luck and still keep Peyton Manning.
That's what I think should happen.
But if he's cleared to play, you can get an amazing package for him.
Who on earth is paying that package besides the stupid Raiders?
Well, I'm just saying the Raiders paid for it in the middle of the season.
And
you get a
they're
team.
stupid.
Are you kidding? This
What-
is
what
Peyton
do you-
Manning. This
Yeah.
is Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
One of
with
the greatest.
Hold on, this is Peyton Manning.
But I'm saying he's cleared to play.
he's cleared to play.
Right.
But he's had two back surgeries in the last 12 months. What are you giving up for him? You're a GM. What are you
Neck
giving
injuries.
up for him?
Neck surgeries. Neck surgeries.
Neck surgery. So what are you giving up for him?
I'm just going by what the market dictates.
That's my point.
You're
If
gonna
I'm
get
the
you're
GM
gonna
of the
get a
Colts,
package of 2 first-round picks and another somebody else.
There's no way I'm getting that because no team is going to be willing to take that risk.
Carson Palmer
Or
just
Carson
commanded
Palmer.
that.
And the
Carson
Raiders are
Palmer
idiots.
was bad and
But
hadn't played
no other
all year.
GM would have done that anyway. The only team that would have done it is the Raiders. And now they have Carson
I
Palmer.
think you're wrong about that. I think there are teams that are going to pay.
I don't think they would
if
give
he
up
gets
4.
cleared-
Listen, if Carson Palmer was worth 2 first-round picks, Peyton Manning's worth 4 to 5.
Well, he'll get 2. I'm saying 2 first-round picks.
He is.
And some more picks. A package like a Ricky Williams type package.
Yeah, and that was a crazy package.
It was a crazy package, but
If
that's
I'm
what
the
I'm saying. There's
Colts-
a history in the NFL for
if
that
I'm the-
type of package.
If I'm the Colts, I look how Aaron Rodgers was brought up, and I say that's what I'm going to do.
Still draft. No, listen.
I'm going to draft Luck, and I'm going
Yeah.
to let him learn from the greatest teacher in the world.
Why
But if
not?
somebody comes to them with a great package, like we're talking about,
This
do you trade
package
them?
needs to.
Ricky
unless-
Williams package.
I don't want 6 round. I need 4 first-round
Well, that's
picks.
just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
But it's never.
All right, I
gonna
want
happen.
Aaron Rodgers. I want
No,
it's
I want
unbelievable.
4 first-round picks. You give me 4 first-round picks, you can have Peyton Manning.
So he's untradeable to you.
To me, he is untradeable.
Okay.
Because you're never going to get enough for him. It's like Albert Pujols.
But then you're going to bring him back next year, and what are they going to be? They're not going to be a playoff team. They're not going to go from being a 1-15 team to a playoff team next
I
year.
don't know.
That's my opinion. All right, we had another topic before, but I had to change it because we had late breaking news from, Mike T behind the glass.
He's
Mike,
doing a great job today. He's MVP so far.
we talked about T.O. during the Say What, but I
don't know how Mike T knows
He
this.
apparently hasn't been made an offer. So you're going to hear it here first. The Chicago Rush have made him an offer.
What sport is
I
that?
believe it's got to be
Is it the MLS?
It's got to be the UFL,
MLS.
right? Is it the UFL?
I think that's
There
over.
is
I
no-
think it's soccer. I don't.
I think
It's not. It could be, but I don't know because
I
it's
know
not an
Ocho
arena
Cinco
league
played
anymore.
soccer. I don't know.
The one thing that Mike T was able to find, you know who owns that team?
From the no.
Paul Bearer. You might
The
know
wrestler?
Paul, the manager. He managed the Undertaker. So if anybody could convince him to come there, Paul Bearer's kind of. This is breaking news.
No, it's not. It's not. I just researched it.
Oh.
The guy looks like Paul.
the guy you.
I think
that's
it's
not
him, dude. We don't
So
know
it's
his
actually
name.
not
Like,
Paul
that's not
Bear. Just some random.
I thought
guy.
it was him. I'm looking at the picture.
If this guy looks like
All right.
Paul Bearer, that's even a
Let's
better
get
story.
let's get our facts straight and figure it out and then move on.
Oh
What
my
else?
god.
I'm turning it over to you. Last week,
Potpourri.
we went with potpourri, pop culture. Pop culture.
Yep,
culture?
pop
What do you
culture.
call it over there? And potpourri, and people loved it. We got a lot of great
Did they?
feedback. Oh, ton of great feedback. Oh, give me something on pop culture. we
Well,
can
I just want to give
discuss.
people an update on Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
I know you haven't really followed it.
I follow
she-
this portion.
Did she
of
get
the
the morgue
story.
or what?
What the
Did she
problem?
get the morgue up?
She hit today was her second day at the morgue. She's
I
gone
don't
2
know that.
8-hour shifts.
But let's get
A
to the
little.
real.
I got the morgue is a little. Shockingly, it's full of depressing people. The people there, she ordered pizzas and hamburgers for the whole crew,
They're like, I
and they
don't wanna eat
refused to
this
accept them.
Bad karma.
Now, here's
bro.
the thing: everyone blames a fame has gotten to Lindsay Lohan. It's caused her for her downfall. She accepted $1 million to take her clothes off for Playboy.
Yes, she
fame
did.
is what gets her this money. Lindsay Lohan would be a barista somewhere because
Yeah.
she has no talent. and her dad got arrested today for some sexual things.
Why you gotta
with
bring
his
her dad
girl.
into this?
Well, because they're all in the news.
Okay.
Now the thing that I really want to bring up,
Look-
we need to go talk about what goes on off air. We left. We had a great show. We high-fived each other. It was great.
Yep.
We walked to our cars last week, and we're talking about Lindsay Lohan because you had not. I was filling you in on the story,
Yeah.
and we made a comment to the effect, well, if she weren't hot or something, she would be nothing.
I said I debated with the fact I would still hook up with her because she's still hot,
Yeah.
but if she's so crazy, you wouldn't hook up with her.
And out of the corner, from like far in the distance in the wind,
Behind a
you hear
cloud of smoke.
Yeah, you hear somebody.
you hear a voice.
His raspy voice tell us she's no Hope Solo, and I almost
The
vomited.
idea that she is not as hot as Hope Solo.
Listen.
My wife watches this Dancing with the Stars show.
Yeah.
Hope Solo is like watching two men dance. She's horrible, dude.
watching Chaz Bono.
Listen,
Right. They got Chaz Bono, now they got this other broad.
right
tall-
now you put Lindsay Lohan and Hope Solo in Playboy, full frontal, everything nude. You
Full
don't
frontal?
think
What kind of magazines-
You don't think that she would get more views than Lindsay Lohan?
I am sure of it. I am
no
sure
way.
of it.
There's no way.
They're not offering Hope Solo $1 million.
They could, but she's got too much integrity
They-
to do that.
yeah,
Why
but
would
they
she?
offered-
Why would
yeah,
she?
ESPN gave her a
Listen,
free
Hope Solo
subscription.
is
She
the
got naked.
goalie for the United States soccer team. She's
That
not taking her.
choked.
She's not
That
taking her clothes
choked.
off for Playboy.
You're right. She had choked. They got benched a couple
Yeah,
years
It
ago.
doesn't matter. She's
wouldn't
still
go-
not taking her
only
clothes
just goes
off
on
for Playboy.
Dancing with the Stars because that's where all the
She's
all
not
the top
Oh,
stars
yeah,
go.
she has
she's
too
got
much
enough
integrity
to
to
go
take-
on the same show as Carlton from.
She has too much integrity to do a spread, but she does it for ESPN, a magazine.
She's not going full frontal on ESPN
I
magazine.
mean, look.
Lindsay Lohan's going all out. There's no side
I
shots
call that
of her.
good
She's
business.
going
I know,
full.
but
I mean, yeah,
Let's
it's good
move
business,
on.
but
we're gonna agree to disagree. One more thing on Amy Winehouse. They
Yeah.
did the autopsy report.
Yeah.
She had 4 to 5 times the legal limit of
Yeah.
alcohol. Now, I don't drink.
yeah.
I assume that's a lot of alcohol.
I don't think that's all in one night, though. I think it's like a cumulative, like,
Well,
But I
3
mean,
or 4 days.
but when
Yeah,
she
not-
died-
She not pee at all during the
Well,
course.
this, is this is what I wanted to ask you guys who drink. You guys drink. Her parents then said, well, this is clearly like a accumulation of 3 or 4 days of a binge.
Yeah.
But when you drink, the more time you go away from it, I mean, I don't know when that
Your body can process a drink to 2 drinks an hour. So
So at some
process it
point,
where-
so when they did the test, she was 4 to 5 times over the legal limit. So if you're telling me that was over 4 or 5 days, that means that at some point she was like 8 times over the limit.
Absolutely.
I don't understand how she doesn't pass out.
That's what I don't get.
Shit, Grossman Becker was partying for years.
yeah,
I mean,
she's got
that's
a little
just
bit of a tolerance built up.
yeah. Mixing all the other stuff that she was probably
4 to
doing.
5
or
times
taking.
is pretty legit. That's, I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking about, and in Connecticut, it's .08.
Yeah.
This girl's blowing a .4 as a corpse.
How many drinks would you say that is?
Well, it's all about per hour. I mean, you could drink over the course
How
of
many
3
per
days.
hour?
That's 4 or 5 per hour.
Yeah. It's
4 to
gotta
5 just beers?
No. Something hard.
Well, yeah,
Something-
whatever. I
something
mean, you
that's
know,
not
4 to
just
5
beers.
hard drinks?
It's not just
for
beers.
for several hours. I mean, that's
Yeah.
bottles of liquor. I mean, you would have to think in one session of her just drinking. That's a
Yeah.
handle,
Yeah. Easy.
and
Easy.
change.
Yeah.
a handle, and maybe a
Yep.
bottle of wine or something.
Well, next week what I
I
want
feel
you guys.
bad though that we're talking about it. That's
God
It
rest
doesn't,
her
you
soul.
know what? It's because she's talented, man.
I didn't think she was that talented.
No, she's talented. She's very.
She had one
talented.
song.
No, she had a
She had a couple songs.
No, she had a couple songs. She had a lot of songs. Full
I'm not
albums.
familiar with
One of the
catalog.
live shows.
One other
She's
thing
very
about
good.
one other thing
She
about
was
this
annoying
pop culture.
also.
See Mike T shaking his
Someone
head, he
who's
knows
passed
what's up.
away.
She-
I'm tired of this Michael Jackson trial.
I
I mean,
bought
the doctor left the room. He then injected himself. Who knows what happened? Michael Jackson was a freak for a long time. He was always highly medicated. Anyone that ever saw him do an interview knew he was highly medicated.
Yeah.
The thing that this doctor went in there and just killed
You
him.
must feel bad for the guy because he's
For
dealing
the
with Michael
doctor.
Jackson. Are you gonna? If Michael Jackson says, "Hey, shoot me up with this," are you gonna tell him no?
Wasn't he getting paid something crazy? I saw
Yeah,
his
of
salary.
course he
It's
was.
like-
He was a personal
like
doctor.
$100,000 a month.
You
or
don't have a
something crazy.
choice. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. One thing I want you guys to look out for next week: Lindsay Lohan goes back to the trial for her sentencing. I still, even though she's gone to the morgue, I expect her to go to jail. The sheriff, out of nowhere, even when the judge said, "Well, there's no room for her in the prison," he was like, "Well, there's room for her." Like, that's got to be
where
tampering.
do you follow this? Like, what?
I saw that too.
Where do you follow it? I haven't even like
TMZ.
I've never even seen. The only thing I saw was that she's.
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell you my 2 sites:
Go.
TMZ.com.
Yeah, you go on TMZ.com.
Absolutely, you have
Consistently,
to.
on a
TMZ,
consistent
yeah.
basis.
Hell yeah.
Now the fantasy baseball's not
I'm
there.
not
you
trying
know
to say this. I swear to God, I've never been to TMZ.com.
Oh, it's a great
You're
site. You
taking
gotta go
bath.
there.
You're talking to us
Yeah.
about TMZ.com. They're all. You should
Take
go
a bath
to
when
it.
I get home tonight.
One other, wow. On that note, thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out TMZ. But first,
Coed Magazine.
Go to Tri-State Sports Guys. Go to Coed Magazine. You see Mike's article.
Absolutely.
Top 5 partiers. Amy Winehouse not in there.
No.
Have a good show, everyone. Have a good week, everyone.
Good show, everyone.